Hello. You might have clicked on this video because I'm probably going to name it Am I an Incel? And maybe not. I don't know. It's all because I heard somebody call Jordan Peterson an Incel hero. And on Piers Morgan they talked about it. He got emotional. And talked about how these men are lost and is it wrong to give them guidance? I've listened to Jordan Peterson here and there, but I don't follow him like that. But all it takes is a couple minutes of listening to him to know that it's common sense and it's only right what he talks about. And if you find something wrong in what he talks about, there's something inherently wrong with you. You're just, in my opinion. But it's not my place to call people out and judge. Everybody has their own struggle and everybody's going through their own life. And, we shouldn't have false idols. We shouldn't look up to these people like they're gods, whether it's Jordan Peterson or, the opposition, I don't even know. I don't get too involved in cultural wars. I don't care about Kendrick Lamar versus Drake. I'm not on one side or the other. It doesn't really matter to me. It doesn't really affect my life. Now, people get so wrapped up in the internet and social media. But I learned about Jordan Peterson through trying to find motivational speeches and stuff like that. And I started listening to motivational speeches, not because I was necessarily lost, I just didn't have motivation and didn't know what I wanted to do, but I didn't consider myself lost. I was just fine coasting along in life, doing the bare minimum until I wasn't. And it hit me that, this isn't all I could do. I could do more. And in my opinion, he's speaking to those people. And will some of them follow him blindly, no matter what he says, just like everybody else? Yes. But not all of them are incels. And when you're calling somebody an incel, you should really look at yourself and question if you're an incel. I mean, like I said, it's not my place to call people anything, but I believe everybody should look at their own life. And I understand that, things could happen and people follow blindly sometimes and it leads to bad situations. But they have, if you actually listen to stuff that he talks about how that type of influence, and once they change a certain status quo, there's a inclination to go and oppress the people that oppressed you, and how we have to fight against that and try not to do that. I don't speak as eloquently as some people, but yeah, pretty much like in the Hunger Games movie, they defeat the people that are causing the tyranny, and everybody wants her to end the queen's life, and she realized, oh, we're just replacing one tyranny with another. And she doesn't go through with killing the person in charge because she wants a real change. So they talk about creating a real change in his art conference, and I didn't know it was his conference until a couple days ago when somebody commented that, because I made a video about Oliver Anthony in the art conference, and somebody had commented. I let it be known in that video that I didn't know what it was, but somebody commented what it was, and I said I should have known, because of course he would create something like that. But keep in mind, I'm not a follower of him. I just have listened to some of his things. I have a motivational playlist, and he has been on it. But there's other people that I am inspired by more, like Les Brown and his speeches. And I didn't necessarily want to come on here or listen to him, let alone come on here and defend Jordan Peterson. But like I said, if what he says is basic common sense to me for the most part. I'm sure not all of it. You can't follow anybody blindly, but if you listen to what he actually has to say and you think there's something wrong in that, you gotta wonder if you're the incel, like I said before. And that's, all I'm gonna say on that. But I myself do not believe I'm an incel, because I like to take advice from all sorts of people, all sorts of things. There's the saying, a wise man learns, a smart person learns from their mistakes, a wise person learns from others. And there's a world of knowledge out there that you can learn, and from people that have gone through what you have to go through if you want to be successful, and what you determine success is depends on what you value and what is important to you and your morals, and it's different for everybody. So I'm not letting him or anybody else tell me what my definition of success and happiness is. I'm not relying on Jordan Peterson or anybody else, Les Brown, to make me happy. I just use some of the stuff that he says in my life and it has helped. And because sometimes these people like myself, including myself, they don't necessarily know where they want to go in life. Maybe they don't necessarily fit in all the time, and maybe they're not necessarily bullied or raised up as or popular among their peers. They're just kind of floating in the wind, through life, not necessarily knowing one way or another which way to go. And that could be dangerous, because you could create what is known as an incel that way, I guess, by, manipulating them into believing that, it's a good thing to strap a bomb to you and go blow up something, or, but by just telling people, to care about their self and to learn, to read, to try to be better each day, to not compare yourself to other people, but compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Those common things everybody should know, and some of it seems like common sense to most people, but not everybody was raised the same way. So I don't know, do with that what you will, but I don't judge. And sometimes, I'm sure sometimes I catch myself judging. I shouldn't say I don't judge, but I try not to judge, because it's not my life. And I'm here to try to lift up my fellow neighbor, not tear them down, because I got to remember myself in those moments. What if it was me that needed help, that was being lied to, manipulated? Am I going to sit there? Am I going to want somebody to just forget about me? Or are you going to want somebody to save you from your own devastation, or just walk away and consider you a lost cause? In my mind, Jordan Peterson does not consider these people lost causes like society wants to. And I'm not a lost cause. And you're not a lost cause if you feel like you are. And he gets emotional about it, and I get emotional about these things, and it might not necessarily be, be about other people, but I get emotional about my own life and my own decisions and my own actions, well, and those consequences to those actions, and about my kids and the way we're raising them with screen time, and how it's taken away from those moments of being outside and those moments that are so important to their development that I myself couldn't ever have understood until a day ago. I learn every day of how important not picking up the phone or not playing a game or not making the wrong video or not, every day I'm learning where to put my time. And none of it is towards following some false idol or propping up somebody else. I want to make myself better so I could help my fellow man, but not so I could blindly follow and prop somebody else up. Hopefully we could all rise together. That would be ideal, but the world isn't ideal, and sometimes it seems like a fantasy, and it's easier sometimes to just not talk to somebody, a stranger, in public. It's easier to get on your phone than to go, maybe say hi. Maybe say hi and how you doing? Introduce yourself. We're losing that. We're losing what used to be normal 20 years ago. We're losing it. The light went off, but it doesn't matter. We're losing that connection, and we're losing that connection with our kids, and we're losing that connection with each other, and we haven't begun to see the effects of that. And that's pretty much what the art conference is about. It's about, from what I learned about it, it's being a responsible citizen. And I don't know. None of it seems inherently bad to me, and everything has the potential to turn evil, to turn bad. The Nazis believed that they were doing the best for Germany. In the beginning, I'm sure none of them thought it was going to turn out like it did. If you go on, and the victor writes the story, and by saying that, in saying that, who's going to be the victor of technology, of these digital platforms, social medias? Once schooling and all that teachers get replaced with AI, and our world is fully digital, and who's going to be the victor? The people that own those systems, those AIs that we now will be depending on, or will then be depending on. It doesn't seem right to me, and to lose nature, to lose the beauty of connection. It says in the Bible, I didn't want to bring it up, but it says in the Bible that we need connection. We need to help our neighbors. We need to remember, and we need to also try to be the best person we could be. And by being the best person you could be, that's when life happens to you. That's when opportunities come, and that's when you meet people. But you got to be open to it. You can't be closed off to it. You can't be judging everybody or staring down at your smartphone all the time. You gotta be focused, and it's so easy to be distracted, and it's so hard sometimes to focus and even get out a sentence that's coherent, for me at least. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that talk a lot, but are they really saying anything? I don't think so. And that's kind of what I've gotten sick of. I've tried not to let it make me cynical, because there once was a time where I was like, everybody's fake, and then I realized, oh well, now there's real people left, and maybe I'm just being cynical. And then I realized, well, there's real people left, but there's a lot of fake people. And I don't, I don't have time. Nor is it necessary. I don't have time, nor is it necessary for you to be fake to me, or for me to fake stuff. I like real substance. And that comes from being a good person. And that comes from, like, honestly trying to, I'm not saying you're going to like everybody. You're not going to like everybody, and not everybody's going to like me. I was telling my family, I'm like, I'm not perfect. Don't make me out to be perfect, because I'm going to let you down. And I can't deal with everybody. I can't deal with everything all the time, no matter what. I try my hardest, and I was fallen victim to wanting a thank you for doing what a man, should do, or what a father should do, or what a fiance should do. I was fallen victim to, well, where's, like, not without thinking it, without even saying it, just inside feeling like, I needed that outside validation, when reality, I just, through the process came the validation, and through hard work, and grit, and learning, and doing what you don't want to do to become what you want to become. You got to put in the work. There's a couple sayings I like. One's, in order, make the sacrifice of becoming what you want to be, to become what you want to, something like that. To become what you want to be who you want to be. You got to, make the choice to become that. And also, the second one was, you don't get what you want, you get what you are. So if you're bitter, and you don't have hope, and you're always negative, and always in a bad mood, that's what you're going to get. And that's the way I look at it. And if you're positive, you're always trying to help people, you're trying your best to actually care about people, and not just saying hello because you feel you're obligated to say hello. And that's when things start happening, and you start having the connection. And I guess it's easy to be manipulated that way into thinking, well, somebody cares about me because I started to give, started giving them money, or started being nice to them, and now they're nice to me, or yeah. I'm not gonna even get into that, but there's cases where people manipulate you. That's all I'm gonna say, and you don't know you're being manipulated, I guess. So it's like, maybe I could be manipulated, right? But I myself do not think I'm an incel, and I don't think I'm manipulated. I'm just trying to be the best person I could be, and I think I have a pretty good sense of when I'm being manipulated. And when I Google something and then I get an ad for it, I'm pretty sure I'm being manipulated. Or when I Google something and then I get some, like a cold, and then I get an ad for medicine, I'm pretty sure I'm being manipulated into buying that medicine, or anything like that. So I have a good idea when I'm being manipulated, but everybody could fall victim to it. And all I can do is try my best not to be manipulated, and not to follow anybody. No false idols. So all I do is follow my creator, and I don't tell anybody that they should follow anybody besides who they want to follow. And but I gotta defend somebody when they're standing up for against evil, against wickedness. I gotta, when they're just speaking honest, right things, I gotta stand up for people, whether it's Jordan Peterson or Oliver Anthony or anybody that stands up for people, because I don't know, I don't see people, we only do it. Most people only like do it as a way to follow the crowd. There's some GoFundMes that take off because it goes viral, and then people want to do it. People want to help. Well, how many millions of GoFundMes are out there that where people are in serious need, but because they don't go viral, people aren't helping. People aren't pulling out their wallets until something goes viral and reminds them of it. Well, in my opinion, we should be helping every day, and that includes myself. I don't think I do enough for other people, but I'm trying to start doing more for people, and giving back more, as they would say, and I've already seen returns from it in ways I don't even want to explain, but you would just have to try it. You would just have to try it, and if you don't want to, that's fine. Go on living however you want to live. I'm only saying what's right for me, what feels right in my heart, and I'm speaking for others that might need to hear it. And I'm defending honest word at the very least, because men could be I'm trying to sound profound here, but men could be fallible, but the word isn't. The word isn't, and that will live on long after the man. So with that being said, I'm going to end this. Maybe these videos will live on long after me. Maybe they won't. I don't know. I guess I won't be around to see. So not to end on a depressing note, but it is what it is. And but I hope you guys got something out of this. Pretty sure I'm not an incel, but clip it up if you want. I don't care. Like I said, I'm here to try to reach people and try to explain my story. But as I'm learning, it's not really about me. I wouldn't say I'm on a mission, but it's not my life mission, I guess. But I'm here to try to be the best citizen I could be, and to love my country, and to love my fellow countrymen, as cheesy as that sounds to some people. Anywhere in the world besides here, you could have pride for your country, you could say something like that, and you get respect. And we show respect to every other country, but when somebody says they're proud to be an American, then people laugh at them and call them crazy and incels. So, yeah, I don't even know if this video is going to get out there, but if it does, I would love to hear from people, because that's what it's all about. Connecting everybody and letting people know that we're not alone. You're not alone, and even though we all got our own struggle to go through, we're here to support each other, to help each other, and there's nothing wrong with that. So with that being said, I'm going to end it. I hope you guys take care, and as always, stay safe. I'm out.